Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you how to lock up valuables in your RV or trailer. And to do that, we're going to use one of these. This is called an RFID cabinet lock, and this can be used on both cabinets and, in my case, drawers. And how they work is it's a battery operated lock, and you'll have a key, something like this, and when you get them close to each other, it'll make a happy noise and it'll pop open, like this. Ta-da! Now, the real benefit to these is that they're discreet. And what I mean by that is there's no outward sign that this is locked. If I were to put a padlock on the outside of this, anybody breaking in would know immediately that that is where the valuables are and they're going straight for it. So by using one of these, you can't tell that it's locked. So my hope is they'll, pull on it and think it's broken or maybe it's stuck and they won't take the time to tear it apart. If you have a crowbar, you could rip it apart. These are held together by a couple screws. But in all fairness, with a crowbar, you could take apart an entire RV pretty easily anyway. So if you're really going for security, there's one thing that you can do, and that's use two of these. Let's say you were doing a cabinet door, and it's got a handle on it, so you could pull on it really hard. You could use two of these. You could put one at the top and one at the bottom. You could program them both for the same key. So you'd go beep, beep, and then you could pull it open. So if you really want to go for security, that's what I suggest you do. Now, how to mount these is going to be different for everybody, so I won't talk too much about that. What I suggest you do is decide where you're going to put it first, and then take a good look at that, maybe take some pictures, give it a little bit of thought, and then go look for a lock that looks like it will mount in that way, because they all mount a little bit differently. I did it the other way around. I bought the lock first, and then after checking out my situation here, I realized it was going to be more work to mount this than to buy a different kind that mounted easier. So that's what I did. I bought a different lock and used it here. And in my particular case, I had to mount a block of wood inside here underneath, because you got the box and then you got the latch that it attaches to, and the latch has to be inset by the width of this box. So in my case, the wood here is only about 1/4 inch thick, so there's nothing behind it to mount the actual latch part. So I put a block of wood in there, and then I had something that I could screw this into, and then it all went together like it's supposed to. So you may have to do something along those lines. Now there's one other thing that I think you should look for when you're buying a lock, and that's that it says it fails in the open position. And what that means is that when the batteries go dead in my drawer, it's going to pop open. I park my trailer for the winter, and I don't want to come back in the spring and have dead batteries and be locked closed. So if you make sure that it says fails in the open position, then you won't have that problem. I've put links to both of those locks down below. The first link is the one that I actually installed on my drawer, and the second link is the one that I'm holding in the video. And I know that both of those locks default to their open state, which is what you're looking for, so take a peek, and if either one of those mount the way that you need for your application, I'd recommend using those. So if you learned anything or you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. That would help me out. Thank you very much.